Yeah, well, here we are at Herc's place. Not a big nest collector, but these are all the nests that I currently have. Just got I'm using natural light for this. All right, so where to start? Could start by year. So this is the only nest that I have from 2019. All the others are from 2020 or 2021. This is Vespula vidua. It's a big nest for the species. It's about 10 inches across, 10 inches diameter, I should say. It's cool because it's got queen cells here on the periphery of the first comb. It only has 2 combs because it hit very rocky surface underneath. It was like mulched and some dirt, but then they hit like this rock surface under. It was like in somebody's backyard garden area. And they can only build 2 combs. So that's why it only has 2. You can see these cells are a lot smaller. That was from the top. I did film this before. I think last year I filmed it when I was showing my 2020 haul. But yeah, I got this. It was like late August of 2019. There's like a stone there you can see, so it incorporated that. Mulch there. It was like basically just under the mulch. Got some nice browns in it. Then like this second comb is queens and males. They don't usually have workers in this comb here. And then, like I said, queens on the periphery because they ran out of room. But even though this comb is pretty big, so it was a big nest. It probably had about, I don't know, 200 some workers in it, and made a lot of queens and males. This nest here was from 2020. It's an aerial yellowjacket nest. It is pretty small, but it was productive. This was its own separate video. It's got 5 combs. You can see a small 5th comb there. You see the entrance hole there on the left too. It's in good shape. See where the queen started the nest. It was built on the side of a wooden building that they actually refinished. It's got like the queen cells there on the sides of the 3rd comb. These 2 combs at the top are all small cells, and then they've got large cells here, so everything hatched out, and then a real small 5th comb. I'm using the GoPro, so my GoPro Hero 7 Black, not the phone. I think this gets better video. Not as good for close-ups, but better for video. So yeah, this was how productive this one was. 5 combs and queens on the periphery of the 3rd, and all large cells on the 4th. Great nest. I'd say this might be my favorite nest of the bunch. I don't know why, but I don't know. I just kind of like this one. This one here is another vidua nest. I have 2 viduas. This was from this year. I removed it from homeowner's ceiling. It had about, I don't know, I'd say maybe like 80 to 100 workers, so it was a small nest, whereas this one had like 200 some. This one maybe topped out around 100. It made about 30 to 40 queens, I'd say. Probably about 50 or so males. I don't know, I'm just guessing. I'm throwing those numbers out there. But with the queens, I'd say it made at least like 30 queens. So it was productive. I actually did make some video. I didn't put it on YouTube, but I shared it with some other wasp enthusiasts when the queens were in the nest before they left. And then I got it like in early September. It had like 2 queens left in it, like September 2nd when I brought it in. They both like flew away when I picked up the nest. So there were no workers left or males. So yeah, real cool. You can see the size difference between the worker cells and the queen cells. That's what I like about this species. They have real big queens. Kind of see like insulation there because it was built, like I said, in a ceiling space. They ate through the ceiling. So I had to move insulation and cut out drywall and move insulation to get it. But I got it out pretty good shape. They only had room for 2 combs because it was actually built right between between the insulation and the sheetrock. So they chewed away the sheetrock on the one side. So where they built the queen comb was where it was the most chewed away. They had the most room. And the thing I should mention was I was out 2 years before for this customer, and they had a vidua nest in the same spot. So they just kind of patched it up. So it was like probably a little bit more room on this side for them to build. So it was like in 2019, they had a nest that had one comb that I remember. I didn't save that one. It was in bad shape. But then they had this comb that I got in August of 2021. And it was in this nest was in the same spot as the 2019 vidua nest. So you can see everything's hatched out. They have ribbon suspensoria between the envelope at the top and the top comb, and then like pillars like you'd have in like maculata or germanica between the other combs, subsequent combs with this species. So if you want to count the cells there. This is a bald-faced hornet nest I got out of a crabapple tree. Like I said, I'm not a big nest collector, but I think everybody that does have nests should have at least one bald-faced hornet nest. Like the peak at the top, this was actually exposed. It was built at the very top of a crabapple tree, about 10 feet off the ground. It's about 19, 20 inches tall. You can see the combs in there. If I had a flash on my smartphone, I do have a flash, but with this GoPro, I don't have a flash. But I did have another video highlighting this nest earlier this month. So I find maculata to be interesting, but they're not my favorite. I mean, they're cool, but I could take them or leave them. I don't know. That's probably a bad way to say it, but they just seem like they were the first species, like almost like you get overload with them. It's like everybody has a nest of these. They seem like the most common, so maybe that's why they're not the most interesting to me, just because they're like so recognized by everybody. So, but yeah, it's a nice structure to this one, and I like they have the little apples or berries or whatever in it, so it's got the nice shape and the berries, so it makes it a nice nest. You got the GoPro effect. That's the only thing. The GoPro, I think, shoots like smoother video than the phone, but so yeah, this is the bald face nest. As I was saying, I had the GoPro just freeze on me. Freaking 7. This is an arenaria nest. Got this one this year right after we had Hurricane Ida. Might be able to see a comb in there. Had all males left when I got it. Could have made some queens. It's roughly the same size as this one, maybe even a little longer, but not as fat. But so I could have made some queens too. I don't know, but this still had wasp in it in early September 2nd when I got it. And this one, I think I got it like August 22nd or 23rd, and it didn't have anything left in it. So just interesting, like the difference. This one has some nice browns in it. And then this is an arenaria nest I found. Just found it by dumb luck. I was actually knocking down a bald-faced hornet nest. And I found this one nearby in a tree. It was like in November, so it was, everything was abandoned, so it was abandoned, but it's about the size of an American football hand egg, whatever you want to call it. About 11.5 inches in length and about 7-8 inches in diameter. So yeah, pretty big for arenaria. Bigger than the other two I got. But yeah, I don't know, it's hard to say what nest is my favorite. That nest has a cool shape, but for some reason, I'd say this one. If I had one choice to keep any nest, it'd probably be this arenaria nest. I don't know why, I just really like it. So yeah, that's all my nest. What is it? 6 nest. I did have a big German yellowjacket nest. It actually took up this whole thing, but it started to rot, so I got rid of it. But yeah, these are all the nests I currently have. All right, thanks for watching. November the 28th, 2021. All right, bye-bye. Just one thing that's interesting here. If you look at the arenaria here and the one vidua, the outside paper looks actually exactly the same. Just thought that was kind of interesting. Like if I was looking at these two, I'd be like, oh, are they arenaria or are they vidua? All right, so this is where I keep the nest, just in plastic containers. I'm not a big nest displayer. I'm actually pack them away in a closet in these containers. So anyway, out of the nest you've seen, which one's your favorite? Look forward to the comments. All right, have a great day.